Hey, two I do's. We in this bitch. Our girl Joy has joined the clip. I keep it lit. We keep it lit. That's for legit. Our girl Joy joined the clip. We keep it lit. This bitch. Hey.
Hey, welcome everybody. Let's just go with it. We done. All right,
we back. Hey man, that's what it does to you.
Welcome to the Man Cave. I am BJ, aka Mr. Bowtie, and with me as always is
the nice one.
And the newest edition,
Joy, and he's feeling very nice right now.
Yeah.
It's been a good day. Oh man.
Okay. You got a greater night, right? Okay.
That's the point. Anyway, man, cheers, man.
Cheers to the earth, to the gods, to the universe. Thanks for being black in our neighborhood.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
So fucking smooth.
So we're gonna hit you with that Melon report. So who are we shining that black light on today?
Unfortunately, it is a sad anniversary. 24 years ago, the great Christopher Wallace was taken away from us, and it was on Wilshire and Pico at the was it the Automobile Museum, and he was 25 years old. Young, I didn't realize how young. I mean, you know, when you're 13 or 14, you think 25 is old as hell. Until you get to 25, you realize how young it was. But he left behind a wife and two beautiful children. I would say lyrically, he would probably destroy 99.9% of the rappers out right now with just a freestyle. And I didn't realize how depth of his knowledge was when it came to music. He said he didn't really listen to a lot of rap. He listened to a lot of old school music, a lot of country music, like DJ. He couldn't go to sleep without hearing country music. Born in 1972 in Brooklyn, to a mom who was dedicated. She was a teacher. She really, did her best to keep him straight. But when you're young, you see people making money. You want to make money, but he quickly turned his life around when he realized how nice he was on that mic. Really, hip hop took a lot of losses in that mid 90 point. First Pac went, and then Biggie went, then Big L went. I'm like, who's next? But the light definitely gets shine on Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls, the Black Frank White. One of my favorite Biggie songs is Beef. I got a story to tell.
Man.
I got a story to tell. Niggas bleed just like us. I absolutely love that. He tells a story. Sky's the limit. When he came up, 10 crack commandments, he told you how to successfully sell crack.
I did not listen.
And y'all did not listen. Another one of my favorites, of course, Hypnotized. When that came out, everybody was just the beginning. Sicker than your average. Anyway, so I actually had a shirt that said "Sicker than your average." That was like one of my favorite shirts. And then the asshole took it. But anyway, that is our Melon report. Always a sad thing to see one of our hip hop icons. And again, he only had 2 albums out, so I can only imagine.
No, he died before the second one came out.
Yeah, so really one, you're right. And he said that Ready to Die wasn't like he was suicidal, but if anything were to happen to him where he had to die, he was ready for that. But he said he wasn't ready to die. And if you listen to Ready to Die, it was kind of depressing, but then Life After Death was sort of like more upbeat. So, and you can kind of hear the happiness, celebration. So it's unfortunate.
Happy birthday though, man.
So I'm sorry. 24 years ago it sucked.
It's another anniversary. 31 years ago today, House Party was released.
Oh. And New Jack City was released 30 years today as well. Cash Money Brothers.
This weekend we got some reviews of the Coming to America, which I've been hearing has been not so well.
Did you watch it?
Hadn't seen it yet.
It's terrible. But that's
what I've been hearing.
But I loved all the black
I'm glad
celebrities.
they got work. All them black actors and actresses. I'm glad they got work for at least putting out a product for the new generation they probably gonna love it, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't really get the first one, or they didn't watch the first one. You know, you gotta watch this shit sometimes.
People who didn't watch the first one
from.
are the ones who were saying it was good, but people
Yeah,
like us who grew up on the old one didn't like.
Which we thought they would never mess with and touch anyway, because it's just such a super classic, just like Boomerang and, and Boys in the Hood. I mean, imagine them trying to do a new Boys in the Hood. Lord, that mercy, that'd be horrible.
You know what I didn't like though?
How High too?
That too.
Oh,
yeah.
Belly too.
Man, Belly too.
That shows you what happened when
State Property 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm like the one.
There were some good sequels though. What's a good sequel y'all remember?
House Party 2, Terminator 2.
House Party 2.
Are we talking about just any?
Like Lethal Weapon to me was a good series. Like every single Lethal Weapon was good.
I had to say The Matrix.
The
Matrix is dope,
bro. The Matrix, my shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, Matrix. I guess all the Jasons.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, Freddy, House Party. I mean, House Party 1 and 2 are pretty legit.
Yeah. Except Beverly Hills Cop 3. That should have stopped.
40
hours. 40 hours.
I'm about to say that.
Yeah, but the first Coming to America, like there are so many gems in that.
Man.
I mean, like I can't tell you how many times that gets quoted, like just throughout the week. It's just like, it was brilliant writing. It was just, it captured a time of New York. It's funny looking at the Twin Towers back then. You don't see the Twin Towers anymore. So I think that's kind of, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 was good.
Yeah, not funny like ha because it ain't there no more. Just funny because it's in, in memory.
It's really strange.
Don't comment like she laughing at our pain in New York. No,
next thing you know, they're gonna be on here.
Cancel us. Exactly. Which we had to cancel an episode, by the way. Y'all niggas was not participating, man.
But also, man,
whatever, man.
News we just talked about, man. Stimulus checks, they've been announced that are happening for all of Americans. I know everybody's happy about that.
With all those kids, 3 and more kids, y'all should be able to pay some bills and save some money for a rainy day.
Yeah. Please don't go running to the Balenciaga.
I didn't say that shit. I said pay some bills and save for a rainy day. That's what I said. Do with your shit.
So apparently, the people in Atlanta wilded out over the NBA All-Star.
They wild out for anything.
They're like stealing cars and tires.
A lot of rims were stolen.
Yeah, a lot of rims. I mean, I stayed home. I don't. That's for 25 and a younger crowd. I don't get into that.
I mean, if you call yourself a demon and savage and a beast and whatever fuck other demonic goddamn acronym y'all be using nowadays to describe yourself, then it ain't nothing to do but go out there and be goddamn a devil. I mean, you fucking spreading bad energy everywhere you go. You trying to scam on people, which is always a sign of you just not having no kind of dependence on yourself or any reassurance of who you are as a man. You leeching off everybody else. That's the lowest form of a man. That's like a bitch ass.
Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get into our topic of the day. Today we're talking about dating, the first and the last. Man,
talking about the first date.
The first date.
Things when it don't work out right, the end of the shit.
Which the last. So I'm gonna ask you this.
Nope, you guys are going first.
I go first. So I tell you, I was getting a conversation with young guys, and they always talk about the first date. Oh, we gotta take them here. We gotta spend all this money, and I laugh at them and tell them how stupid they are. Right?
Yes.
I do. I always tell them that. I said, you don't know if this girl is worth this $50 plate meal. You don't know if she's worth. You gonna get there and waste your time, or get used for a meal, and now you out this money. And I would take my first date would be something like the petting zoo. Like, one is different. Most guys are not doing it. Then we actually get the opportunity to talk to each other. And it only cost me about $15. That'd be good.
You doing that? I know you gonna be smell like animal and shit when you leave there. It's like that's a cheap idea.
Wait a minute, you said $50 a plate.
Yeah,
that's cheap as shit. Where y'all going?
Exactly. That's even worse. Look, it's $50 a plate is cheap on the first date.
That's not expensive. I'm sorry, that's not expensive.
I didn't say it was expensive, but you may not be worth it.
$50 on plate.
Nobody want to go to Spawn Different.
Like fuck with the child's $50 a plate.
All right, go ahead. Let's go.
But either way, so on the first date, how much are you expect? So if this guy took you somewhere and it was $20, $30, $40 a plate, you gonna look at him funny for that?
He may be getting $20 or $30 a plate, but if he's like, you can get whatever you want to, I'm gonna get whatever I want to.
You're not getting that 2 for $20. We're not going out.
Why would they be economically sound on a date, on the first date? They trying to leech you out of every corner you can. They think you would spend.
No, if you're if you're setting the level. So
exactly.
okay,
that's the problem. You setting that level. You setting that bar.
But that's kind of like a test, though. It's like, let's see if I say she can get anything. What's she gonna do?
All right, I'm just gonna get the appetizer and the drink. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm saying women will go out on a date with a guy and order a bunch of stuff that they would never order if they was paying. Not particularly you, but they do that. But even now, there's women now who literally just go on dates so they can get free meals and eat at different restaurants they can't afford to eat at.
I'm a hustler, baby.
But guys, man, I listen. I'm also give y'all some advice too. When y'all taking women out, be cognizant of your actions when you go out, man. Make sure you actually, look clean. You present yourself well. You actually have a plan on the first date, not just we're gonna get up and then. So what you want to do now that we're in the car? Have an idea. Have a plan. Take control. Be a man. Actually. Also, don't be on your damn phone the whole time.
Creative loafing, bro. That's all you need. Get one of those things where creative loafing. Take everything in the city right there. Bam. Covered, baby.
All right.
Thank you.
So, be nice. What do you have to say?
First date, I'm trying to just get in your head, see where you at, see where you coming from.
Right. That's a good first date to me. Go get some head.
But I didn't say that. But if it ended with some head on the first day, hey, that is a good first date. I'm just keep 100.
But do you respect her afterwards?
I probably wouldn't, but
why wouldn't you?
First date, because that's too easily. Bro.
I mean, you hit up. You gave it up on the first date too.
Did the dingling in her mouth? What are you talking about? What I gave up? It's in her mouth. What am I giving up? Look, I'm gonna give her some juniors and some little.
You gave her them throat babies.
Yeah, some throat babies. Wow. So it's like her decision.
You didn't say no.
But for real though, I'm trying to see where you at mentally. Like, what I'm saying? I'm asking stuff like y'all thinking. I'm thinking about what your credit score looking like. If you got any crazy ass ex baby daddies or fucking crazy exes, period. Did you escape him in Chicago or Detroit and you came down here to Atlanta? Because you don't think he can get down here this far?
Or you the crazy ex.
Or you the crazy motherfucker that everybody told to get out of town because you were just terrorizing the whole town and shit. Everybody know about your dirtbag ass except everybody in Atlanta. Then I'm trying to find that out in the first 3 or 4 weeks. Like, now I ain't saying I ain't trying to, bust one, but I'm saying I'm not jumping to no exclusive exclusivity RSVP shit with you right now. We trying to learn how we even vibing off each other. If that shit even if it's feeling the right vibe. If the vibe ain't there, you ain't got no communication. I hate a dumb broad. So first date, we all about chopping it up, learning about each other, seeing if we really want to take it to the next level.
So if she had sex with you on the first night, you wouldn't call her back?
Sex is different, bro. Cause we ain't chopped it up and talked about that all, and then it's 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night. We drunk and we laughing and shit. It's like Gina and Martin. Okay. Yeah. That's the one right there. It ain't about no. I hit it on the first date. It's about what happens on that first date.
But if you jab her tonsils, you ain't calling her back.
I can't trust that. It's just a sign. Because if I consider myself like a 7.5 or 8, and then she get a little light skinned nigga that think he cuter than her, then he gonna definitely get some head. So I'm thinking she did that plenty of times, and I'm like, nah, I can't do nothing with this. I gotta get more information. I ain't gonna just totally cancel the shit, but more information is definitely needed. Facts.
Okay, so this is like electric relaxation.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know you're talking about Midnight Marauders.
Yeah.
So would you have
relax yourself? Girl. You're so clear.
No. So on the first date, usually
I ain't taking you on a date.
No, it's so
Hey, nowadays that's the norm. Shit, you ain't fucking first date. They ain't even
usually on the first date. I don't try to dive into like deep conversation. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because I may not want to see the second date, so there's no point of me going in if
But that's the point of the deep dive, because you'll shut it down and be like,
the thing is, like the thing with women. Or I can't say women, but certain women have an intuition. Either you're going to be in a friend zone, or we can go to this path. So the first date's kind of like tells me where are we going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the first date I try to keep it like sports teams you like, places you've been, minor goals. I don't need to be asking what the fuck you doing 5 years in the future because I might not be there next week or that week. I usually don't date guys with kids because I know how like people with children, like women are with their. Trust me, women can be very petty. Like if the moment they find out their kid's father's dating somebody else.
Isn't that generalizing though? Because I would say
not all of them, but there's some of them that there's a rule to that.
But he getting crossed out because of that rule.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Damn.
It's just like, would you date a girl who have like 5 or 6 tattoos of a dude's name?
Fuck no.
My point.
But that's not the same point. That ain't coming on.
That's a bunch of bad decisions.
Yeah.
Jake,
horrible.
Robert, Richard, Sam. That's just a terrible. Why are you not stupid to keep doing that?
Donovan.
Yeah, she ain't get it on the first two. Like, let's stop doing this.
I would say that. Usually the first day, I just want to usually on the first day, I just kind of want to have fun. I didn't want to go to a restaurant. Let's go shoot some pool, go somewhere like arcades or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm so go-karts, absolutely go-karts. Even putting, golf,
mini golf,
miniature golf. Even if you want to go to shooting ranks, I'm not into guns, but that's a great distraction. If you can shoot very well, I probably won't be dating you because that means you have a very good shot. But no, I'm joking with that. But like something I don't
shot and missed.
No, but like usually on the first date, I'd rather do something fun. That way I can kind of see you outside your norm. Your guard is a little bit more down. But versus a restaurant, you're supposed to say the right thing. You're supposed to do the right thing.
I got a question. So are you all dialed up with 7 pounds of makeup? And are you who you are for real, or am I looking at a pretend actress?
So,
good question.
Here's the thing with my skin.
I don't like that.
I have very sensitive skin, so I can't really wear makeup because I start breaking out and I get red on my face, which is why I don't wear makeup now. Like
so you got everything.
So it's just eyeliner, eyeshadow, lip gloss.
So do you act like yourself? Do you really show who you truly are?
It's the thing is, I think we all sort of like put on our best foot forward. As we go out, you're kind of like seeing more of my true side. Like usually the first date, you just kind of want to just sort of get the feel for a person, because I don't know how to switch on and off. My attitude is my attitude, and usually like if you're laid back and cool, that means like I kind of like I'm a reactionist. If you're like this, I'm gonna react to that. Now if you're trying to try to give me throat babies on the first date, I'm gonna go home. I just Uber. We're just gonna Uber back home. You even gotta take me home. Or if you're
what if you want to do something, but that's that time of the month. You know what I'm saying? And that's the alternative you choose to do. Ain't like this is a forcible thing. Like this is something you volunteered for. So why would that be something like you would do if you volunteering for it?
If you're edging for it, like if you're asking, if you're edging for it, or if he's like, yo, I'm trying to close this out this night, right? If you're pushing for it, to me, there's no challenge for that. It's just I don't want that. Like at least make me work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like anything that just it's just like Tupac said, if it's that easy, I don't want it. I don't need to sound sleazy, but if it's that easy, I don't want it. I just don't. That means because anybody can get it. So even
now you know why with the first chick.
Yeah. So like the first date, I just really want to have fun. I want to go out and have fun. Our conversation need to be light. Second date usually a bar scene. You know what I mean? We can just have drinks and kick back. Listen to some live music, DJ, whatever. I'm not a dancer. I just do 2-step. That's all I got. I can't back it up or twerk. I'm not doing it. I have no rhythm. I'm sorry. It's just too much of this lightness.
So by the second day on, you decided, I like the guy.
Yeah, like
girl,
it depends. It depends on the conversation that we have throughout the week. So let's say we're texting throughout the week. Hey, how you doing? Great. Did you have fun? I did. Would you want to go out again? Sure. Why not? So if we're like just sort of like having a conversation throughout the week, just checking on each other, and I kind of like if it's not like overbearing where you're texting me like every minute of the day.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's just that that just gets like, okay, you have no life because clearly you keep texting.
I don't like texting anyway.
Some bad thing, some bad first dates you had. So some things some women did that was terrible.
Brought a friend with them.
Wait, she brought a friend on your first date?
Yeah,
she didn't know
like a chaperone or some shit. Like, I don't really know you, so she felt so nervous about me coming out by myself. So you don't mind? I'm like, well, I'm not feeding both of you guys. So, I'm saying it's hard to communicate with somebody. She want to sit with us, like literally. Bitch, what you think I'm gonna do? Kidnap her while you here? Like I think the whole energy was just terrible because of that. So that would have to be my worst one. What about you?
Man. So the worst first date I had was I feel like I set myself up for failure because I was also being like I told guys now. Man, we gotta take them out, be nice. So I picked the girl up and she had on tennis shoes, and that was like a huge thing to me. Like, you got on like sneakers?
How old is she?
At the time, this was I was like maybe 20 or like like 20, 22, something like that. She came out with some Jordans, and I was like,
how old were you?
Hey, you think we're going? That was I was like 21 to 20.
I'm both kids.
Yeah, so I was young, and that again, like I said, at that point, I was like, yeah, we got to do this nice. So I'm finna take you somewhere, and you show up like that, and I was like, where the hell you think we going?
Who taught you how to like the chivalry? Who told you about that part? You was taught
my
that?
Parents, yeah, my parents did. My parents definitely.
Sometimes you had to be taught these things. So you need to let that be known.
See, my dad taught me how to be a gentleman. My mama told me not to trust these hoes. And I got to get a good idea of balance from it.
So what's
the 3 things she told you to look out for? Top 3.
A woman that wants to spend your money. A woman who has no idea of her. I forgot how she phrased it. But basically, if you don't have any idea where you're going, that means you're just waiting on someone to take you somewhere. And
luggage. Okay.
Yeah, and someone who isn't intelligent, which unfortunately I learned that lesson the hard way because she told me that, and I still mess with some.
That's what we do. Go the opposite way.
But yeah, it was the things, man. You somebody who's smart, somebody you can learn something from. Don't be stupid. Somebody who actually has goals in the mind and say going somewhere, because I've even been in a relationship with a woman who she didn't want to do nothing. I felt like I was like this the whole relationship. Come on, we gotta get up, go to school, go to work. Let's do something.
Want to.
It's like
So any gifts of good info your mom or dad gave you to look out for in the relationship?
Yeah, know who his people are.
Those who his people are. Yeah. Those who his people are, okay?
Yeah, know who people are. Know who his folks is because that's what he was raised on. Of course, my dumb ass didn't follow that advice.
Damn, nobody followed.
That's not always true though.
Well, I got one where
and then
not about the whole know who they are because some people straight.
They do, but my dad always said you can't spend all your time in the bedroom. It's just like you got to do other stuff. Meaning that like your relationship can't just revolve around sex.
Yeah.
That was great advice that I still kind of keep today. Another one, watch how he treats his parents. Because if he treats his parents a certain way, if he's disrespectful, do not expect anything else from that. Also, how he interacts with children, which sort of
Yeah, kids kind of got that intuition.
Yeah, they have that intuition. That's how and
energy.
Also, pick up on any bad habits, and it can be like the smallest thing that can lead to big things. And again, when you're like 18, 19 years old, you don't care.
You like, oh girl, he fine. So like,
yeah,
You see his eyes?
yeah. So dude, homie is cute, and he knows how to.
yeah, he looked just like Eldebard.
That's all that really counts at that stage. But as you get older, you kind of want more substance. But I would say you guys talked about your first, your worst first date. I think one of the worst ones that I had was just. The thing is, I always say, let's meet. You're not picking me up. You don't need to know where I live yet. We're gonna meet here. So we met up, and it's like he had really bad breath. And the thing is, like, as we're be nice and sitting, it's like he kept trying to get closer. He tried kind of get closer, and it's like I didn't want to be mean. So that means like, okay, so you're not cognizant of your bad breath, and it's like he kind of. Yeah.
Hygiene matters.
Yeah, hygiene lies
Gum,
matter.
fellas. You gonna smoke before you meet your dates?
It didn't smell like he smoked. It just smelled like ass. It smelled like a pot of old greens, and it was like terrible.
He got that mop water.
It was like, oh dang, and like it was kind of like he was trying to like just get inside my head way too hard. I'm like, dude, it's not gonna go. So I'm like, listen, I have to go.
So was he smart or something? Smart, bad breath?
No, he wasn't smart. You know what I mean? It's like, like he was mispronouncing shit, and I was just like, yeah, okay, so you know what? I gotta go.
I want to persec you.
So it was bad. But one of the dates I also had was we just weren't vibing. It was so boring. We just kind of like sat. No one said anything for a really long time. It was like that dry air was like, oh my.
Were you sitting there, you talking, and then you stop talking, they don't say shit. It's like,
or there is nothing to say. It's just you're just looking at each other like.
You guys ever had someone pass gas on you at any date?
No.
Nah, not that far.
Apparently you have. Could you trust?
I've done it.
Damn.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Hold it. You try to hold it.
Man, I tried to hold it.
Well, y'all
I did it twice,
at?
man. I did it once. I was like, man, please be silent. And I was like,
oh, what she said? Your jaw's okay?
That's disgusting. So nasty.
Why did you say?
She looked at me and said, did you just? And I was like,
did you hear ow? I heard ooh. Damn for it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So you couldn't even
and one time I was laughing so hard it just happened. I was like, oh.
And she didn't say nothing?
She laughed even harder because she was like, I can't believe you did that. But I think she just really kind of tried to laugh it off.
This stinking ass.
So we have
got on good clothes.
So on the first date, should you kiss?
Mine smells like potpourri.
Should you kiss?
It depends on the vibe, man. I feel like anything is dealing with the vibe.
Like you said, when you was sitting there and y'all just staring at each other, and y'all didn't feel nothing there, then no, there's no kiss happening.
Not even a hug. You gonna get a.
It's like, man, I'm finna go to the bathroom, and then you just go out the back door, get in your car, and go.
Oh, just tell them I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell folks that. Like, oh, you wanna waste my time and my money? I spent this shit on you. Now you wanna go?
Well, see, here's my rule. I usually go Dutch the first date. So
women don't know what. Tell women of
it's
2021.
When you pay for your own meal. So
why would I do that?
So I usually on the first date I usually go Dutch. That way I don't have to like. You can't say anything to me. So on the first date, I definitely go Dutch. So I can order whatever I want to, do whatever I want. That way I don't owe you anything. So if it does suck, if it does suck, that means I can just get up. But I always usually go, I'm like, do not pay for me. Do not pay for me. So I go Dutch on the first date always. That is
if you don't want to give up the ass lady, that's called avoiding obligated responsibilities.
That's also
if he's paying. He's kind of want you to be laying.
But it's also because, some of these chicks out here just broke. They can't afford nobody help me.
I'll tell you.
But it's sad, bro. Yeah. That's what they doing just for some food. Like, get on stamps, bro.
So look, before we go to the next point, I want both of you guys give 3 good keys for a first date.
As far as keys to what?
For a good first date, like come
in authentic. Be respectful of everybody's comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? You just met this person. You don't know if they want to be touched or held or, people ain't touchy feely first, right on. And, you know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. Don't lie. Just tell the truth. You don't know this person from a can of paint, so tell the truth. What you got to lose? Try it. It might work.
So mine would be show up on time. Like really, like time for me is a big thing. Like I don't have a lot of it. So if you're running late, I understand 5 minutes late, but if you're gonna tell me you're gonna be 45 minutes later, just go ahead and stay home. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna eat my food, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. I would say be on time. Number 2, leave your expectations at the door. Yeah. Because you and I may be on 2 different levels. Don't expect me to be like enthralled by you, or like I'm trying to give you throat babies, or you're giving me throat babies, or we're having sex afterwards. Because when you put like that pressure on, it's kind of like, okay, weird. And lastly, read the room. If she's trying to want to go home, it's not trying to hang out. It's not anything to do with you, but like she may have to go to work the next day. Respect it. Or she may have other responsibilities other than hanging out. So like I always make it a rule for mine, like, because I have kids, and I always try to do things at night, but I don't want to be hanging around until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So like if I tell you I need to be home by 11 o'clock or midnight, respect that. So those are my three rules.
What you got?
Man, y'all hit a lot of ones I was thinking, but I definitely the first one would be yeah. I actually said mine, but the first one I would say that you didn't say was don't try and impress anybody. Don't go in here trying to act above your wage. Don't go in here trying to, be more than you really are. Kind of hits on yours about being honest, be true to yourself. Other is the other one, the next one. You said 3, right?
Yeah, just how you said other is.
Oh Lord. I'm country, man. I'm from St. Louis. This is how we talk.
Is that country? St. Louis country?
That's what people in the South tell me. They tell me I'm country. Yeah, I don't think we're country. But
like it.
anyways, we gonna get back on track. Man, we're losing train of thought, man.
It was on number 2, I believe.
Yeah, I just don't know what number 2 was. Oh, actually, no. I said have a plan already, but yes, it's true. Have a plan, man. If you're going on the first date, really have a true idea what you want to do. Also, try and do something that makes sense. And dress for the occasion, man. Dress appropriately. And if you're doing something and it's expected that the person you're going with dress a certain way, let them know beforehand. And also think outside the box. Don't always do the same thing, man. Don't try and be different.
Creative loafing.
Yeah. There's so many things you could do in any city, especially in the city we're in Atlanta, man. There's so many things you could do other than go out to dinner or go to a bar or go to a movie. There's so many things, man. Actually take some time to think about it and come up with a grand idea. But man, so we hit on first dates. So we want to talk about the tail end of these relationships. Well, what do you do immediately after it's over? It's over. Yeah.
Breakup?
We're done today. Tomorrow, my life starts anew.
Woo. First of all,
you disconnect everything in your name associated with that person. You make all access to your accounts and any other subscription. You make it unaccessible.
No Netflix code.
Facts. You fucking cut all that shit off.
No Disney Plus.
Exactly. Then you go get some paperwork from the county. Like, you have such amount of days to be out of here if they don't know how to leave immediately.
Oh, we're talking about moving in.
You talking about domestic relationships. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, these folks now that 3 days they already fell in love. They moved in with each other. So
that was on the lesbian.
Especially the kids now, huh?
I'm serious, man.
That's on you.
Cancel.
Hey, man, listen.
Whoa.
Listen. My homies. Listen. Y'all know I have friends who are gay. I have friends that lesbian, and they lesbian girls. They tell me,
I got a black friend.
They start dating. They get it.
I can say it, nigga. I got a black friend.
Hold on. No.
Listen, every lesbian couple I know, a lesbian that know, they say, man, as soon as we start dating, they like move in. It's very quick. They cohabitate so quickly.
Wow.
And then the gay guys is total opposite. They're like,
whoa.
all day. They just smashing and moving.
Thank you for being our cultural guide.
You
have a wide circle of
Are you a
people,
secret journalist, or are you doing research?
No, man, I like to study people, so I like to know different people.
You go hands on, like bulldog and stuff.
No, no.
Okay.
I actually know. So I would say I have been to a couple of gay clubs.
Oh,
but it wasn't like I went out to go have a good time. Went one time as a mistake. I didn't know it was a gay club until I walked in. It was one on Memorial Drive, Phase 2 or something like that.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro.
It's a club on Memorial Drive, man. I swear. But I used to stay right there, so I was like, "Oh man, pull up and get a drink." And I walked in, and the guy at the door saw my face, and I walked in. He was like, "Are you in the wrong place?" I was like, "Yeah, I think so." He's like, "All right, man." And another time, man,
You didn't even get in. So how you say you went in there?
Bro, I walked in. You know, what club can you see what's going on inside or from outside?
Okay.
So I went in, and then once I walked through the door, I'm standing at the door like, wait a minute.
What you saw?
Enough to know it was time to leave.
That's crazy.
And then, through my job, man, I worked as a bartender and did special events a lot, man. So I went around and did like a bunch of gay events and different bartending for a bunch of
you
parties.
was very.
So that's why you got the bow tie.
Woo! Anyway, man, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, man. I swear.
All right, we gonna run there. We got about 12 minutes.
All right, so how do I deal with breakups? All your shit is in the box. Pick it up. It's outside if you want to get it. If you don't, I'll put that shit in Goodwill.
Wait a minute. First of all, I got to say, if your man stuff, all his stuff can fit in the box, you got the wrong man anyway. Because you can't put a king-size bed in the box.
First of all,
can't put my TV in this box.
Yeah.
Like, you got
Here's literally shacking.
Here's the thing. You're not keeping your shit at my house. That's one. Because that's an invasion of my space. You can leave your toothbrush, a couple of shirts, socks, 1 or 2 shoes.
And he moved in?
No, he ain't moving in. You know how okay, can I just leave this stuff here? Fine, whatever. I'm not tripping.
All the stuff that you just put on.
Or to put, right. So if he's like, here, you take my shirt. Actually, no, that's like a really thing for me, like wearing a dude's shirt. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Everyone I know
I love it. I love it. Anyway.
Any shirts you still have?
No, all that stuff is gone. I don't keep anything. Like, it's gone. So all that stuff is gone. Delete everything from my social media page that you had to deal with. You never had my Netflix password anyway. Or Disney Plus.
All right, so tell these new women that
you don't get nothing.
Toxic niggas, it ain't that easy to cut them off. So what do you do then?
Oh, you just block the number.
You still
block the number. If they're trying to reach my family and friends, they already know. Fuck that dude. Because the only reason why they talk to you is because of me. So if I say you're done, you are blocked. It's like a fucking
So pass the word to all.
Pass the word. No. They're going to know first. Yeah, it's over. Okay, got you. No problem. Then if they're trying to send text messages or communicate through email, block. Then you say, if you keep doing this shit, I'm going to call the police and say that I'm being harassed.
There we go.
Then, then after that, it's like, you know what? You get a week to more. Cry it out. Suffer that shit, write poetry, do whatever, go with your friends.
Try to win me back.
Whatever. Oh, whatever. Do whatever. Oh, there's no winning. Once we break up, that means you did something so egregious. It's done. So usually, you do have those moments of weakness, especially if you're used to having a sexual thing going on, because
he was piping it down.
You're piping it down.
It's hard to get that back.
And sometimes you do miss that, but then at the same time, you're like, you know what? Fuck that. I got the other homeboy.
I knew that was coming.
on speed down.
They all got them, bro.
Who's waiting for you to mess up?
I got your girlfriend. So you know what? That dude at work that can't wait for you to fuck up.
Next door neighbor homeboy. So all I'm saying is that he's right there. So and he already knows the deal. You already know what you're for. So if you do get those moments of weakness, homeboy is right there. So then if he does fucking call on your birthday or some outlandish shit like that, you know what you do? Thanks. Bye. Click that shit.
That's it.
Click that shit. It's a done deal.
So
now, this will happen sometimes. If you find out that he's dating somebody else, instinct will let you know that, I just want to see if she looks better than me and what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's just the
You're
ego.
like, damn, that nigga ugly.
That's...
I sure did.
And you know what? And I would be like, you know what? Homegirl was like, the nigga ain't shit.
But he said you gonna say that. He said you gonna say that. Take your sad ass on.
Oh no, and I'll be
leftovers.
Okay, and I would say you need to scroll through homeboy's phone and ask him why he has a locked picture section on his phone.
He said you're gonna say that too. I have his code. I put the code
You're
in.
supposed to have a locked picture section. You can't mess around and leave that open.
Damn, how you know? What is it called?
What is what called?
The locked picture.
Oh no, I ain't got one.
You don't have a locked picture section?
Not that y'all asked me.
Alright, so in closing.
Interesting.
Of course I
got
it.
What do you do? You just say your thing when you break up. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Oh, when I break up, man, I am done. I don't even know who you are. Like, if I was messing with you Thursday of last week, by that next Thursday, man, I don't even remember your name. I am so cold. I don't think about you bitches after I go. That goes shout out to all
Felicia.
the exes. Literally, bye Felicia. I had a Felicia. She knows who she is.
What port?
Nah, this was high school. So bye Felicia. You had an opportunity. But anyway, after I'm done, man.
That's crazy.
Because I know what I bring to the table. And they be wanting that shit that's like instant gratification. Ooh, he tried this and he got that. Yeah, well. My credit score is 780, so holla at your boy. Anyway, so I don't remember. I have Alzheimer's. I have dementia when it comes to remembering a fucking bitch I just got rid of. So
a bitch. You
got rid of. A
bitch.
So that's how I do.
That's crazy.
And it don't matter how long we've been together. I am that cold still. Freezing right now. I'm so cold that I would goddamn do it. In 2021, it's so easy for me.
So let us get that real spill, man.
Whew. All right, now that you know how I am with these
pimping this bitches.
Yeah.
With these hoes.
Now that you guys are gonna be getting these checks, I don't want you coming to the shop asking for discounts, bro. Like for real. My cuts are $30 for adults. $25 without the face, $20 for teenagers, and $15 for kids. Okay? I'm not changing that. It's not going to change. It's 2021. It's a pandemic. Get used to it. You got the money. I see the clothes you got on. I see how y'all got the new iPhone 13 and 19. Where the fuck y'all at right now? I got new everything, but the brokest niggas in the world when you come to the shop. Stop doing that. I don't believe you. And if you want to cut late and want me to show up late, then double up the check. That's common sense. Come on. Real spill.
Whew.
What you got for me? Joy and pain?
Yo, my joy is up there fast.
Yes, it took hell and high water.
Another joy that I have is the women's basketball. South Carolina faced Georgia for the SEC title. And it was the first time that two black female coaches actually coached both teams. Now, as you know, that South Carolina and UGA are in the SEC, the most racist conference ever.
And ACC right behind.
Yeah, ACC, all of them, all the Southern conferences, whatever. If they're in the South, the racist shit. So Asia Wilson, who was like the most dominant player in South Carolina history, they got a statue of her, and she said her grandmother, 94 years old, she could not walk through the campus of South Carolina because they did not allow black people to walk. So she was saying, how amazing is it that her granddaughter has a statue of it where in front of the damn stadium where she couldn't walk out. So I thought that was amazing. My
black excellency.
Yes.
So my pain, which should really be my joy. These goddamn Trump supporters with these Capitol rioters are hilarious to me. Like these cats, I don't like. Why do I have to be in jail? Like one of Trump's people who got caught in the Capitol riots was like, was complaining to the judge, I would like to sleep without cockroaches, running across my body. Another kid, well, he's not a kid, he was 18 years old and fucking an adult. He was like, can I go home to my parents? I was misled.
Delusional.
Nah, bitch.
Prick.
You gonna see what we get. for shit that we didn't even do, and we get this time. So it's like I think that's funny how they feel that the system should just bow down to them. So my joy and pain, Mr. PJ.
All right, it's my turn. So what ties me to not goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I don't understand these angry exes. Like, I've never been in a part where we're just bitter and angry at the end of the relationship where I fucking hate you, you gotta die, I wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. Yeah, just like you, homie, I would forget about you really quick. You know I got CRS anyway, so once it's done, it's done. But I've never been to the point where I just gotta be angry with you and talk crap about you and tell everybody else all this stuff. I don't understand it. Why are you doing that? You're still now allowing this person to govern your everyday life because you're so worried and so angry and thinking about them all the time.
That means the sex was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
That means that you're putting it down. So
or the tone. You know, nowadays.
That means that you were just.
Nah, it might have been the tongue though. They just. New generation.
I ain't gonna show it on the camera.
See? I told you.
Yeah, you know. Listen, man.
It ain't the ling, it's the tongue.
It's, I mean, you know, hard tongue, hard dick. Either way she come, you know, it's all good. Anyway, so that's all we got for you today.
But
please make
both,
sure
if they're doing both for you, that means that you're
kill you and
woo, yes, man, the tongue and the.
Swan diving ain't never a problem, man. You know. Anyway,
thank you for
women. Listen, guys, please repeat what he said. Please repeat what he said.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, subscribers. Tell a friend and tell another friend.
And thank you for our new 4 subscribers.
Yes, I did that. Yes, I have to say that. Y'all slacking. But anyway, tell a friend and tell another friend, and you guys tell a friend and tell another friend. It only takes one person at a time.
To swan dive, like he said.
Anyway,
2 live dudes. Peace.